Hi, this is Brian from Denmark, your tech friend, or is it your international service? And here I'm back with an update about the Samsung Unpacked launch event from yesterday, February the 11th in 2020, San Francisco, US. This is my take on what I saw. Samsung released 4 telephones yesterday. And there was the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, the Samsung S20, the Samsung S20 Plus, and the Samsung S20 Ultra. Okay, so 4 phones. And I'm gonna read to you aloud my live coverage, so you can also watch it here if everything goes well. At 2000 hours, we're live. This Galaxy Z Flip clamshell commercial is starting the show, and it's Rebecca Hurst, who she's the head of the Samsung UK. She comes on and she speaks a lot about this phone, and she has a very living body posture, body antics. So she's very, very delightful. The reason why I'm talking a lot about this is because we will come a lot downhill from there later in the show. But anyhow, the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip comes in 3 colors: mirror purple, mirror black, mirror gold, and it just
in select countries,
testing Samsung made 200,000 bands, and it also comes with free YouTube Premium.
Ooh, you like that one?
And the fun thing is that it actually splits the screen automatically in laptop mode. If you have the phone here, and then when you flip it like this,
ultimate smartphone,
you can actually use it like a small old school gaming console. You can have the game here and the controls here, or you could just have YouTube here and write the comments here. It's really, really brilliant. And the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip will be available on February the 12th for a price of $1,380. That may be a lot for you. That's a lot for me. So I would so much hope for like 1/10 of that price, and then just completely spec down. But still, if you could just have the flip feel in your hands when you did it, it would be just lovely. But I would suspect the Poco phone, all the other manufacturers, the low-end manufacturers, will be hitting the market soon or hard with these competitors for this phone pretty soon, I hope. And of course, I was covering the live full stream, and you can watch that also on my homepage. I'll leave a link in the description down here where the complete show will be able to watch it. Then at the 2011, Tom Brown came on, and he was like a head of something in Samsung, and he said basically nothing. So it was like he wouldn't even be at the show. So how important could that be for him anyhow? And then there was at 2015, there was some commercial shenanigans. And then at 2016, the show took a big step downward, because there was a guy called T.M. Ruh that was the head of Samsung Mobile Communications Business. He came on and he spoke like endless amounts of wind. So nothing at all by him. And then luckily Drew Blackheart of Samsung came on after him. But it had, at this point, it had already taken a radical step down in enthusiasm after the first girl, Rebecca Hurst, who was just so lively. Anyhow, Drew Blackheart, he at 2022, he finally revealed the S20. And he talked a lot about the camera of the S20 series. It has a superb AI. You would expect that from any new phone from Samsung, and you would expect it from the top line of tier of phones, of course. And it shoots in 8K, though only in 24 frames per second. But still, that is just amazing. 8K, who would like a phone of that? I'm actually befuddled. Is the eye actually able to watch that? Anyhow, to recognize that. Anyhow, all phones come with 5G, and at 2034, the Galaxy S20 Ultra was presented, and that of course is the top line of the phones, and it has an 108 megapixel camera artificial intelligence camera, of course. Advanced zoom options up to 100 times. Zoom. This is the Asus Zenfone 6. I'm recording it, by the way. It uses some of Sony's lenses, I believe, but it is a superb phone. It actually matches the Ultra in regard to the battery, also 5,000 milliampere battery. And also it has a very good camera, so I don't know why you would go up even from there. Okay, the Samsung is better in low light performance, no doubt about it. And the Samsung generally has more true to life colors, I find, than any other manufacturer, perhaps except for the iPhone. But you don't want the iPhone. Anyhow, at 2036, the telephoto examples are there by the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. And it's able to go from ultra wide to 100 times zoom.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Within one shot, within one recording. That's brilliant. But as I spoke of earlier, the entire presentation feels like a downer after the Galaxy Z Flip presentation. Who would want to hear like of old school phones? And what I mean by that is you've just had this Rebecca Hurst so full of life with a brilliant, innovative product that flips and does something completely new. And you put that in the front of the show. Okay, it's a great opener, but you have to be able to follow up on it somehow, Samsung. Samsung, we have a lot of guys, old guys, reviewers in Denmark who you should hire them because they're just as boring as the lineup of people you had to present your show. Comes to the next thing, and that is the skiing dude, Jimmy something. He was just basically skiing and filming a little bit with his phone. Like, who would want to see that? Who would want to know about it? But okay, that you thought that hit the rock bottom, but then came Jackie Lee. She basically said nothing at all, and watch the picture of her here. I don't know what clothes she was wearing. I don't, straight out of
and to make it even more exciting,
Kung Fu arena. What is the purpose of that? Is she like a refugee from Thailand or something? Anyhow, that's just a your tech friend comment. Don't let it sway you. But I'll just get back to one very cool thing about this event. There are actually three cool things about this event. There was the Galaxy Z Flip, and something I'm coming to, and then there was, of course, the fact that the whole event was live streamed from the S20 Ultras. All the cameras were streaming from. I found that very brilliant, actually. That goes really to show off your product. So three cool things, but we're not coming to the third thing just yet, because at 2024 we had David S. Park, US channel marketing. Talks about collaboration with Google. He generally flatlines. So boring. Well, it also gives a little bit of information that is useful. He says the gameplay in games are at using the 120 Hertz screen, of course. And then the processor is called like something. It uses like LPDDR5. I suspect that was the kind of the RAM, right? And that is 16 gigabytes of RAM. The processor is, by the way, the 855, I think it's called Snapdragon now. And of course it has AMOLED display, also the Ultras. And then there was some talk about the Samsung collaborates with Microsoft and Xbox for great gaming experiences. And now the third thing that was cool about this presentation. There was the Galaxy Buds Plus. Try and find a link on YouTube. I'll try and link one there or there, where you can see the presentation of exactly these buds, because they were really innovative, and I thought they at least looked brilliant. So if they're actually sounding brilliant too, that would just be an enormous plus. And the very cool thing about these buds were that they actually work with iOS. Take that app and learn from it. So you can download an app on the App Store and you can make use of Galaxy earbuds. I mean, really, that's brilliant. And they come at $149, and they can be used for 11 hours of use after just one charge. So we are nearing the end of this video. So on March the 6th, you can buy the S20 for $999 and the S20 Plus for $1,199 and the S20 Ultra for $1,399. So there's like a $200 gap between each of them. You can do the calculations as to what that means for your currency by yourself. By the way, the introduction of the S20 line, of course, meant that there would be a slashing of the S10 line's prices, so that the S10e goes down to like amongst approximately $600. The S10 you now get for $750, and the S10 Plus goes for $850. This is still like, if those are the slashed price, you wouldn't want to know of the before prices, right? So just insane. And then at 2098, TM comes onto the scene again to like close the show, and there's one final peep, as you would say in Danish, one final tweet. That's actually the correct. One final tweet, like from Hiroshi Lockheimer from Google, who is kind of enlightening, but then you have like an enlightening person who sounds nice and seems lively, and then of course he talks like just boring. So semi-boring talk. Well, and Mr. Head TM closes this show off. And I'll close this video off by just saying that generally I feel the presentation of the Samsung S20 was a fail, because you can't start with like a super smart, innovative product as the Galaxy Z Flip and then follow it up with like the traditional launch of traditional phones afterwards. That's like, why do you want to do that, Samsung? So that is my conclusion. I am Brian from Denmark, and I hope you enjoyed my coverage of the Samsung Unpacked launch event. Subscribe here and click on that video there to see some other interesting stuff from Ian. Wish you all the best. This is Brian bidding you adieu.